Good morning. This is Big Mama Sandy Moore. As you can see, I am really here and not an AI. And I wanted to show you my flip through of the journal that I have finished for the Dear Julie Julie Challenge for March of 2026, where she's having us mass make, but it is in a different idea. She wanted us to make a page, an embellishment, and a tag using the same ideas. So if she wanted us to do a marble page, then we would do something with marbling on a tag and also on the embellishment. So this is the cover of my journal. I had a duvet cover that I gotten at a sale, and it was just pieces of it, and so I put that on the spine and this on the back. The cover is this teal cover, and then I had this antique rickrack that I used for the tie and pretty button that I thought went with the flowers here and here. And so the mass make, like I said, the idea was for us to have a list. I'm going to be using my notes over here. It was called the March Madness Mass Make, and so she had an M list for the month of March. That's my file folder here. So she wanted us to have something with meaning, like from a dictionary. Mend was anything sewn. Magazine, mounted, metal, matted, money, music, makeup, mugshot, math, map, magnet, mesh, and mail. And so she had us then do different ideas like a measure page, monotone, minimal, Maximus, mosaic, modern, movement, medley, marbled, and monogrammed. So you're going to get to see those as I go through, and I wanted to go ahead and give you the list so that as I go through you'll understand what I was doing. So there'll be a tag, a page, and an embellishment using those different ideas. So the way I do this is when I tie the bow, I then sew it to where it doesn't come untied, and you just squeeze the journal and open it off of there, and then you can just slide that back on. I'm not squeezing very tight, and it just slides. It's hard to do when you're doing a video, guys, and slides back on to close it. Alrighty. So here I was doing an altered book, and when I got done with putting all of this stuff in it, it was compromising the spine a little bit, so I took the spine off and added a new spine to it. So that adjusted everything inside. So here we go. I use this material in the inside here. When I sewed on this button, I put a button underneath here so that it doesn't pull through. And then this beautiful, beautiful paper here. This, I didn't want to get rid of this cover page. And this is Julie's Digital. And what I did here for my element was just put a spot here where you can write in. And then here was the where it had the copyright and the manufacturer, everything was here. Publisher was all here, and so I just covered that with this page that you can write on. I liked the poem, so I left it. And I used a lot of my snippets of lace that I had from old projects in here. And then this is my monogram element, and I used a junk mail envelope, and M is for my father's world. And then I have this recipe card that I just slid in there. And then I put that little stamp there. This is her digital, and this is just a fold that down and you can write in it. And then this is for movement. I have these little tags, and they move out. And then on the back you can write on them. So that is my tag with movement. And then I have where I secured the paper clip in the pages of the book so it doesn't come out. And this is my monogram for the page, and then this can just slide in here for my monogram, and you can write on the back. And I put a little dangle on the end of that. And this pocket here has a piece of stationery in it that you can write on. Then this is Julie's Digital, and she had it in several different sizes, so they'll be in different sizes that I add to the pages. This was our Maximus page and my mugshot, and I made a belly band, and this is a pocket behind the kids, and then also my wallpaper, and I had makeup on the page. And this is a dangle that I got from Rebecca Wells, and I kind of took it a little bit apart, added the rhinestone here, and this was in the center of that, and so I put it down here. And this is Julie's Digital that I put there to be for a tab. And then this is my modern, and so I pleated, folded my paper, and then on the pleat I cut these this way, and so you just cut the pleat in and then fold it under, and then I don't know if you can see where I sewed around here. And then this is her digital, and that's a journaling card. And then this is my mug shot that I turned into a pocket for my Maximus, and just add a little card in there. I love this, where the girl, they're all sitting here reading, and she's like, I can't believe I just read that. That look on her face is adorable. And then I put this paper there over the book page, and in between the pages added a little bit of this lace. And ledger, used my map, made a little pocket for my measurement, and then I had this tag here that it was crumbling, and so I just put packing tape on it and then cut around it and put those stamps on it. I love this because the stamp was canceled from Alabama, and this is the map I used in 1939, and that was the year of this atlas. I thought that was just incredible that they didn't come together, but they came together here. And this is Julie's Digital, and I did this, added this paper lace here and put gold in it. And this is a tape measure I put up there. And so for those of us that are really old, this is a key punch. And then I fussy cut around her digital here and added gold around that. And some more of that paper. This is printed on white, and the other was printed on a cream colored paper. And this is my movement page where this slides up, and this comes down. You can journal on the back, and it has this tag in the pocket of the, and I put this in it. And then this was from a magazine and a dictionary, and some paper here where you can write on it. And then that comes down. And actually, when this swivels up, you could write on the back of that if you wanted to. And some more writing spot. This one, she was from a magazine, And I was just filling pockets at this point, and so I had this cigar box thing, and I put a stationery inside an envelope in here that you can write on, napkin on the back here, and music. And I made these out of part of her digital that had been trimmed off, and this is her digital here. And some stationery I had, and then this opens up and you can write in it for my marble page. And then this is my card for marbling, and this paper was Susan Taylor Brown's digital that I used in it for the marbling. Got to use my stuff. Thank you, Julie. And then again, a snippet of lace that I put between pages. Some old school writing paper. This was from an old magazine, and I like that it had math and arithmetic, and we're supposed to do a math. And I've got this up here, the postcard, and her digital, and then this card here was for the music. And this snippet is from Rebecca Wells. And some more of that music. This is all her digitals. And some more of that lace. Ledger paper. And then I've got this that flips open. And when I put this down from a math book, I've got this that's about music. This is Julie's digital, and then it also, I put a piece of stationery in behind it that you can write on. This is my modern page. This paper, I took the glue that is for the foiling, put the glue on here, half of it, and then did the solid green, and then went back and put glue at the upper half and did the foil that has got multicolors. And then this is a card that someone had sent me in Happy Mail, and so I thought I'd put it behind here for my belly band. And so this is my matted, and I use Brad's here for my middle. And then this is a, can't even remember them all, but what I did is made this to where it is a flip-flop, but I usually flop at making flip-flops, so when you open this, they should all move. So I put stationery here, and paper pen, different pages, and then this I put as a pocket on the top with a little card in it. And here I made a little window and put her digital here with some cards and sticker. And this is a Brad that I put in here for my movement. And so this slides out so that you can write on it. And it has, this is Julie's digital of a church that she had. And so that slides back in there. So you can see the butterfly in the window. Some more writing page. On this page, again, I used the makeup, and then we were to do a mosaic. And so, and this has a pocket here that I should put something in. And this is napkin that I put on some plastic on the back side. And then I went over the top of it with lace for my mesh, and then put a little pocket on the top. I sewed around it and then used the metallic. I don't know if you can see how that gives it that rickrack look to it, and did that around the edge. And then here I've got stationery, and then I put the stationery pocket on this side, and you can slide something in here and just write your letter here, and it's not going anywhere. save your postage. And some more writing pages. And this was my monotone page. I took the book page and cut the slots in it, added the old antique lace, put this pocket on the top, and then this card is for my map, my postage, and then I took the gilding flakes and put it on the double-sided tape, and then I punched out the butterflies and put them on here. And this is, the card is a library card that I used. And I also printed on the piano roll and put the double-sided tape underneath the digital, and then went back with the gilding flake on this. And where's my camera? See how that gilding flake just goes in those holes on that. So I printed that on the piano roll digital, was printed on there. Okay, and then this is Julie's digital here in this pocket, and this is a piece of cloth that has been stamped on. That is a little tag with my tape. And this is matted, and there's a piece of stationery, and it is the front of this pocket that has music, and inside here again is a stationery that you can write on. This is my mosaic. I did a pocket here where I cut out the digital, and the pocket is the plastic, and then just added a little tag here to the side. And this is the lid to my little secret box that is here. There's her digital, and did the mosaic here, and the magnet. We had only used that list, only had to use it once. We could use it more than once. So that's all my mosaic. And that, my dear friends, is the end of my journal. And I did sign it here. So there you go. This is for sale if you're interested. Those of you who know me know how to get a hold of me, but if you are interested, please go ahead and put something in the comment, and I promise I'll get a hold of you, and she will be on her way to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.